This is the Star Wars Celebrate the Saga Bounty Hunter set. And I was really excited for this set, but unfortunately, this set is bad. Let's start with this one here. What is his name? Hold on. It's Hondo's droid, R5P8. So R5P8, his head came on glued like that, right? It was turned like that. So I assumed, you could probably turn it, right? And then as I went in to turn it, well, very gently I moved it, and then the whole piece just came off and it snapped off. This is not meant to be turned. It's meant to be stationary and glued on just like that, apparently. So don't even try to move it because it's got really weak glue right there. Can you see that? And so it just easily snaps off. And you would think it's meant to come off because, I mean, look at the depths they went through to sculpt the insides. But apparently not, because it wouldn't turn. You would think this piece would come off, but no, it's not meant to. So now, this just keeps falling off. Like that. So that's completely useless now. It's just trash. It's junk. It's terrible. Sure, you can say it can move the legs and all. It's got wheels on the ends of the legs. And I guess I can show you what the body looks like. That's the back side. This piece does not move at all either. So yeah, that's just terrible. And then moving on to the next piece, this Boba Fett. We got a better one in the Force Link, where it was really nicely sculpted, nicely painted. They could have at least given us that one, but they didn't. They gave us this cheap knockoff. This gun is not even the same gun. It's not even painted. It's terrible. This Jetpack, the only paint is that silver line there. And here's one of the worst parts. It feels cheap, by the way. The plastic feels cheap. It doesn't even feel quality. The Force Link ones, if you thought those felt cheap, those felt more quality than this. This feels hollow, lightweight, cheap. And look, the Force Link one had better paint and had this like as an actual piece, an extendable piece. This is just molded on here. I don't know what version this is from, but honestly, it's just terrible. I mean, and it feels so hollow and cheap. And the gun is cheap, and, the paint. The best paint on here is probably on the head. And that's probably because I'm not exactly even sure if this is the same head, but it's a nice head. That's about it. That's all that's good about this one. That's the bottom. That's what you're getting. Oh, Jetpack does have a little silver paint there, too. So, that's something nice. But those two are the worst pieces of the set. The second worst, unfortunately, one I was excited for is Bosk. His eyes are just painted terribly. They're not even painted straight. I mean, look, I had to turn his head to make him look straight. The sculpting here is pretty nice. The scales and all. The gun fits nicely in. It's not painted at all. But yeah, nice scale work. Terrible paint. But nice scales. So this one, it's pretty nice, but the paint on it is just terrible. And again, the plastic for some reason feels cheap. I don't know why. Less cheap. This one feels less cheap than this. And this. These two just feel terrible. They're the worst part. But this one's okay. So, yeah, that can be said about that. And then, my two favorite figures from this would be IG-88, who has a gun, and the gun fits, kind of okay. You can move the arms, the legs, you can move like that, and, you can move the head, which is probably the most you'd expect from from an IG droid unit. That's painted black right there. So let's look at the paint. So yeah, this one's not bad. I like this one. This one feels quality as far as IG-88 is concerned. So this is a good one. And I don't mind this Jango Fett either. I really like Jango Fett. He's one of my favorites. The head is just, you know, you can only swivel it, turn it around. And, you know, the details, the paint is very nice. And the figure feels like it's made of quality plastic. And the paint is nice, as I said. You can take off the jetpacks. So, but, I mean, the jetpack looks pretty nice on there, so I would want to leave that on. But yeah, otherwise, this one's pretty good. So the best ones are, you know, Jango Fett and IG-88. You know, the second one would be this one. This one's not too bad. But then these two figures, Boba Fett and, what was it, R5P8? If you're getting this for them, then no, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't, because they're so cheap and terrible. They're not worth it. So, but if you're getting it for Jango and IG-88, and possibly Bosk, maybe it's worth it. But those two, if you're planning on getting it just for that droid, don't, because it's not good. It's not good at all. So anyway, here is the front. That's one side. Other side with all their names. I'm gonna give you the barcode for this. Right. Come on. There you go. If you can snap that up. There. And then here is the back. So there's that. And yep.